Right, this is a quick walk around video for a Volvo XC90. This is the diesel version and it's quite a rare model indeed. It's the R Design SE Premium, fitted with the 20-inch alloys and the brushed chrome roof rails that you can see on there, or roof bars. Car's finished in white, which is an absolute, it's just a beautiful combination on this car. It looks fantastic in this colour. The car's condition is absolutely extraordinary. It really is absolutely beautiful. This car's had just one private gentleman owner from new, from the leafy suburbs of West Sussex. He's had it serviced exclusively at Dove's Volvo, the main dealer, close to where he lived. Serviced 6 times in just the 39,900 miles he's had the car. So in terms of history, ownership and condition, the car is absolutely beautiful. Excuse a tiny bit of a splash of mud on the side. Had lots of rain here recently, which is why I'm doing a video in this awful weather, unfortunately. But trust me, you're going to have to look unbelievably hard to find anything of any note in this car anywhere. Panel work's absolutely genuine and straight. No paintwork's been done on the car, certainly by us, but it looks completely original. We HPI check every car we sell, clearly. Alloys are completely unmarked. Plenty of tread on the tyres as well. It's just such a handsome looking car, it really is. Very, very lucky to get hold of this one. Come around the back of the car, you can see you've got the quad exhaust pipes, so 4 exhaust pipes at the bottom there, but all in really, really fine order. But so, you know, just to find them as clean as this is, it really is a rarity. Near side of the vehicle, again, mirror smooth, absolutely mirror smooth. No scratches, dents or indentations. Alloy again on the back here, and tyre absolutely spot on. And then just to finish up the panel work down this side. But it really is a very, very handsome looking car. And as I said, anyone coming to us will be seeing a car in the condition I'm describing here. So we come to the boot area of the car now. Again, as with the rest of the car, all in lovely condition. All its original equipment, as you can see, is here. We've got the tonneau cover and your net guard as well. But all the interior is absolutely fabulous. Carpeted areas, this makes it look a bit lighter than it really is, but they are, it's again, much like the rest of the car, looks pretty much like new in there. But obviously this is with the rear seats, the 7 seats, folded down. I'll show them up in just a second's time. So this shows you the rearmost seats. There's plenty of elbow room in here, but again, I don't think the seats have really been used, in all honesty. They look absolutely like new back there, but access to them is very, very straightforward. Obviously these seats fold forward just to make the access nice and easy for you. So coming to the back now, all the plastics in the back here, you know, again, as with the rest of the car, absolutely wonderful. Obviously a full set of original R Design mats there, piped leatherwork and leather seating, truly beautiful condition. Driver's door card, again, looks absolutely as new. I've got my paper mat down there because it's rather muddy, keep the mud off the carpets, but there's a full original set there. Obviously electric seats on the vehicle and leatherwork, absolutely spot on. Little R Design emblem embossed into the seat there, and then just pan across to the passenger seat, again pretty much like new, in all honesty. So inside the car now, engine's running as it has been all the way through. Just to quickly show you, got a full complement of original equipment. The Eastern European sat-nav disc, the Western European one's currently in the car. Full owner's manual pack. The remote control there for the sat-nav system, and original Volvo even. Locking wheel nut key on the car. But just going around the dashboard, you know, it's cliche to say as new, but you know, it's about as close as you're ever going to see on any car. So fully operational sat-nav system on the vehicle. Center console here, I love them. It's kind of old school, but in a good way. It's got all the bits you need, but it all works absolutely beautifully, and is in absolutely exquisite condition. It really is. Coming up to the steering wheel, again, lovely to hold, got the sort of little grabs there, the right position. And into the dashboard, you can see engines running on the car, 39,952 miles, and there's no warning lights in this vehicle at all. But it really is a truly lovely example of one of these cars. I would imagine the chap's just driven around by himself in the car, judging by the condition of it. It's not going to be the cheapest one in the world. We're not, we had to pay good money for it, quite rightly so. But to find one with ownership like this, colour, service history, and above all condition, certainly merits it. What will follow after this will be a brief road test of this very car. It's a quick road test video for the Volvo XC90. This is the R design SE Premium from memory. This particular car is a very low mileage example. I'd say just in 39,945 miles, and it's registered GY1OBWF. The reason we do the road tests, pretty much as I say in all of them, is we just want people to see the car they're looking to buy actually in operation prior to coming to see us. That way, if there's any issues with the vehicle, I can let you know about them prior to you coming to see us, and I will do so. I'm pretty hard on the cars and the videos in terms of being critical, and as my previous videos will testify to, that's exactly what I will do. Engine of the car starts absolute first turn of the key, settles to a very even, very subdued idle. There's no warning lights on the dashboard at all related to the engine or anything else for that matter, but the engine pulls beautifully. Given just how nicely this car's been looked after, at the Volvo main dealer all its life, it comes as no great surprise. But it is a very refined engine, very gutsy, pulls incredibly well with just the merest brush of the throttle. It's off and going. But it's a really, really lovely example of one of these engines. There's no strange noises at all coming from it. Likewise, the gearbox changes gears absolutely beautifully. Very, very, very smooth gear changes. There's no clunks, bangs, delays, thuds or otherwise, which you wouldn't expect given such a low mileage, and also given just how gentle a life this car's actually had up to this point. So it bodes well for the long term, certainly. Quality of the gear changes, as I said, very nicely done. I can't, when I try these things, I tend to sort of put them into neutral, especially when they're warm like now, and then put it back into drive. And if there's any wear in the gear, which you'll feel a discernible kind of delay and thud, but that's, it's just absolutely instant and it's utterly smooth. And as I said, all the gear changes have been, beautifully controlled, and it's very, very well modulated. So in terms of engine, gearbox, nothing to report other than it just drives exactly as it was when it was new. Just a wonderful, wonderful order. As we drive along now, car tracks absolutely bullet straight. There's no vibrations from the steering wheel. Doesn't pull left, right, or otherwise. And, it feels nice and taut, nice and precise. It's lost none of its sort of agility and freshness from new. And, what I'm looking out for with the steering, as well as the chassis and the suspension of the car, is basically any kind of strange clunks and bangs and noises that shouldn't really be there. And that can be things like little drop links, anti-roll bar links, sometimes a bit of little sort of metal on metal chatter, and it just makes the car feel kind of old and tired. But this, as I said, this drives beautifully. It's a very, very, very comfortable ride. But it's also, it's not bad through the corners. It doesn't keel over as some tend to do, but it's certainly a much more comfortable ride than some of its competitors that I've driven. Also, as I'm driving along, just listening out for kind of wind noises that shouldn't be there, kind of intrusions which you may get from a badly fitted windscreen, or more likely where someone might have accidentally skagged a door seal, and that can throw up sort of quite an annoying hiss in what is ultimately a very, very refined car. But I can't detect anything. It is wonderfully, wonderfully subdued in here. Brakes on the car, very, very solid pedal. There's no vibrations, no pulsing that you get through the pedal. If you've got a distorted disc, it'll just do that on the brake pedal as you hit it, especially speed like now. But it's a nice solid pedal on there, it really is. Brings up the car square and true. the whole car actually has a completely, you know, it was very difficult to get across in some videos, is, you know, when a car's been kept, you know, as nicely as this, you know, just how tight and taut it does actually feel. It's, you know, you could have done 39,000 miles down the farm track, but clearly this one hasn't, because it certainly doesn't feel like it anyway. It's just got that lovely tightness about it, which you can only get from sort of, you know, relatively fresh cars. Looking inside the vehicle, I've always been a fan of this era Volvo. It's nice, simple, easy technology. Obviously you've got the sat-nav system working absolutely perfectly on the car. Obviously that drops away when you turn the car off. Not a squeak or a rattle from the whole of the interior. It's a very nicely bolted together vehicle. Plastics all in exceptionally good order, and given that we've not even touched this car yet in terms of a valet or clean, you know, just shows how nicely it's been kept by the last owner. But looking around, every switch I've pressed thus far at least, and I haven't gone through them all, I'm going to be brutally honest, but we will in time. It just, you know, they all work really nicely. I did briefly click the air conditioning on just to check for cool air, and it does pump out lovely cold air from the air conditioning system. But the interior is in wonderful, wonderful condition. Everything I've touched has got a, you know, all the painted surfaces on the plastics are all in very good order. But it's just such a lovely place to sit. You know, the sat nav's up nice and high, you can see it nice and clearly. But, you know, whereas modern cars, I know they try to get rid of as many buttons as they can. But, you know, perhaps I'm just a bit of an old fogey, but I do struggle with some of these new cars, just in terms of the complex menus, and, you know, when you can read your emails on the move and text messaging as you're on the move. It's just asking for you to be distracted from road use. But it's just beautifully done in here. Dashboard, classic Volvo affair, lovely clear dashboard on there. Temperature gauge just under half, which is pretty much exactly where you want it to be in one of these cars as well. And as I said previously, there's not a warning light on the car at all. But overall, you know, a really lovely tight drive. You know, obviously the drive doesn't tell you the colour of the car, but it really is a striking looking car in this colour. And it's, you know, the point of the video is really to pick up on anything that might be slightly at odds with what it should be. But in all honesty, I really can't fault the vehicle at all in its drive. You know, I just wholeheartedly and thoroughly recommend it. Clearly, if there's anything, and there probably is, that I've missed on test drive, then don't hesitate, please do give us a call, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you may well have.